Hello, everybody. Welcome to our unit of inquiry. For our unit of inquiry, we have been talking a lot about animals, different animals from around the world, Australian animals, animals from Africa, and the different parts their fur, their feather, their beaks, whatever they have. Today, we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to talk about the animal's habitat. That's a very, very important word. I'm going to write it up on the board here for you. The word is habitat. Now, very easy word to sound out. Habitat. Now, a habitat is a place that an animal lives. All right. In order to live there, it must have food, water, and shelter. Okay, food, water, and shelter. We have food in our house, shelter in our house, water in our house. So our house is like our habitat. But animals don't have a house, and they don't have coals to go to. So they must live somewhere that can give them food, or that they can get food from, must have a place for them to shelter. And what's the last one? They must be able to get water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a picture of an animal, and let's talk about the animal's habitat. Specifically, how and where does the water get food, does the animal get food, water, and shelter? Okay, now our first one is a koala. All right, where does a koala live? Koalas live in forests. Not just any forest, though. What do they specifically need? They need eucalyptus trees. They need eucalyptus forests because the food they eat is 100% eucalyptus leaves, gum leaves. That's all they eat. So they can't live in a forest of pine trees, or they can't live in a forest of palm trees because they wouldn't have the food for them. So the food they need is palm trees. Now, shelter, in their case, they don't shelter, but they use the trees to stay off the ground and stay away from predators, any dingoes or something. So they live in the trees. The trees are their shelter, their homes. And so that was food, eucalyptus leaves, shelter is their trees. And the last one is water. Now, koalas are weird animals in the sense that they barely drink any water. They get most of their water from the leaves that they eat. They will drink some water off of the leaves, but they get most of them from the leaves that they eat. So that is the habitat of a koala. Now, should we choose another one? Let's go with a completely different habitat this time. Completely different. What do we have here? Another super cute animal. I wonder if all the ones, I have 4 pictures here. I wonder if all of them are going to be super cute animals. What animal is this? This animal is dolphin. Dolphin. Now, we need to think about the dolphin's habitat. Now, dolphins live in the sea, the oceans. They do not live on land. So we need to think about how do they get food, water, and shelter from their habitat. Now, food, nice easy one. What do dolphins eat? Fish. Where do they find the fish? In their habitat, in the water. Now, dolphins don't live everywhere in the ocean. They live mostly nearer to the shore, I think, because there's more fish in those areas. I'm not 100% sure about that, but they have to live near where the fish that they eat live. The next one is water. I don't know how dolphins drink. Do they drink seawater? As if they do, they have plenty of water where they live. Do they get water from the fish that they eat? I don't know. But either way, if it's from the seawater or from the fish, there's plenty of water for them to drink. And the last one is shelter. And this one, I'm a little not sure about how dolphins shelter. They do live in pods. I think they're called pods. They're groups of dolphins that stay together, and that helps shelter them from predators, like sharks or whale sharks, bigger fish. Wait a minute, whale sharks? There's some whales that eat them too, orcas. And they might live Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure about how they shelter, how a fish shelters. Well, dolphins aren't fish. Sorry, I was thinking in general how fish in the water are mammals in the water shelter. So that was a question for me. That's a question. I'm going to have to put that in my questioning to figure out. Okay, so food, fish, water. Possibly they drink it from their surroundings. All right, next one. We're going to go to a different. The last picture looked nice and warm and beautiful. What do we have here? These are polar bears. Polar bears. And as their name suggests, polar, they live up by the pole, the North Pole, where it is very, very cold. You can see ice in front of them and snow behind them. They have nice big feet for walking on the snow. Ooh, we'll talk about that later when we talk about adaptations. So now the habitat. Where do they live? They live in colder areas, north, like Canada, the Arctic areas, the ice. I guess they go around to Russia, only in the north. They don't live in the South Pole with the penguins. They only live in the north. Penguins only live in the south. Polar bears only live in the north. Okay, now their habitat. In their habitat up there, how do they get food? What do they eat? How do they get shelter? And how do they get water? The food, their main diet is seals, I believe. Seals. So they go out on the ice, they make a little hole in the ice, or they find a hole because seals have to breathe air, and when seals pop up, they catch one and eat it. So their main diet is seals, which they can get in the Arctic, no problem. They got to go out on the ice for that. Water, there's plenty of snow, plenty of ice to eat. That can give them water. They definitely cannot drink seawater. I know mammals can't drink seawater, so they must get their water from somewhere else. So from fresh water, from frozen waters by eating snow, or from a lake or river. They could drink from that too. And shelter, I do know in the colder months, they build a den. They build a den into the ice, and then they hibernate. They build a den into the snow. It'd be hard to build a den into the ice. So a den's like a cave. They go in, and while they're in that den, sometimes they have babies. That's where they have their babies in the winter months, and then they grow a little bit, and then when the spring comes, they come out, and the babies have a frolic in the snow. So food, seals, shelter, dens, water from the ice. Okay, so their habitat provides them with everything that they need to survive. All right, we'll do one more together, and then I want you to think of one of your own. Okay, now we're going to go to a different place. We started in Australia, then we went to the ocean, then we went up to the North Pole. Now we're going to Africa. You know what this animal is? This beautiful animal is a cheetah. Cheetah is one of the fastest animals in the world. I think it's the fastest land animal. There might be some birds that are faster. But now I said that the cheetah lives in Africa. So what in the cheetah's habitat? Where in the habitat does the cheetah find food, shelter, and water? Okay. Now, food, I'll say first off, is they catch animals. Where they live in Africa, there are lots of animals. Zebras, gazelles, wildebeest, boars. Like, there's tons of wild animals where they live. So they have lots of different animals that they can catch and eat. So there's plenty of food for them. Water, they do need to drink water. Where they live is a little bit drier, but they find water in rivers, in small lakes, or in water holes. Water hole is where after rain, water pulls up. All the animals go to the water holes for water, especially when it's drier and there's water's hard to find. This is where you get all these videos of wildebeest and zebras all together drinking, elephants, and then there's always a lion walking around looking for food. All right, that would be the cheetah also. So food, water, and shelter. I don't know that cheetahs build dens or anything. I don't know what they do for shelter. Where they live, it is not super cold. It's not cold at all. Maybe the nights get a little chilly. But so they can sleep outside. Shelter? Any ideas of cheetahs' shelter?
Trees.
Oh, trees. They go up into trees so they can stay away from predators or rivals, such as lions. Lions are the big ones. All right, so that is the habitat. So they live in grasslands, which we know what's important about grasslands is that it enables them to see very far. So they can see their food, what they want to eat, but they also can see animals that might be threats to them, like lions, who might be predators, hyenas. All right, so what we're going to do, your task is to, you're going to choose an animal. Any animal in the world you want. It could be from Australia. It could be from your country. And I want you to draw a picture of your animal. And in your picture, make sure that we have the animal's habitat. We have food. We have shelter. And we have water. All right. So if I was going to draw a picture, this, believe it or not, everybody, is a lion. I'll make it look angry. I don't know why angry. Okay, and there's some legs on the lion. And they have a tuft at the end of their tail. All right, there's our lion. All right, now I'll draw a picture of the famous water hole that I was talking about. So this is the water. Can you see that? Beautiful. All right, and up here is going to be, you know what that is? That is Mr. Thurston's beautiful picture of a zebra. I don't know. Do zebras have whiskers? I don't think so. All right, there's a zebra. Ooh, beautiful. So now we have water. We have food. Now the shelter thing in the picture, I think they just live on the ground. They live in packs called prides. So there's lots of them. So because there's lots of them, they can't be attacked. Oh my goodness, what is that? Okay, and there's another one. All right, so you're going to draw a picture, and in your picture, we're going to draw the habitat of the animal. My animal is the lion. I drew some food over here. A zebra. Whoa, the zebra's got no tail. What? A zebra with no tail. Come on. There's the water hole, so that's where the lion gets its water from, and its shelter. It sleeps on the ground under trees to protect from any rain and sun during the day. Could draw one of those. They have these beautiful trees that they go nice and wide like that. Oh, that's off my picture. Let's you see my beautiful picture. All right. So that is your job. There's also a video for you to watch about habitats. Okay. All right. Enjoy yourself. I can't wait to see what you draw.